Monday. For those in the community watching this, we are recorded now. Let's take a look at where we're at. First, I want to talk about last week a little bit and kind of where we landed, where I think we're going. We'll confirm with some indicators. For those new to watching, we'll cover the SPY, the DXY, the VIX, a few tech stocks if somebody asks and I got time, and then briefly on Bitcoin. So, let's just look at some quick things here. You can see on the 1 hour chart here with the SPY last week around Wednesdays when we really kind of started to really break down. We had that kind of clear break here. We broke below the 200 and it came up, tried to retest it. It failed. We did get that death cross on the 21 SMA on the 100 or on the 1 hour, and that just continued to bleed us down. So we got a nice little bounce within this range here where it reclaimed that 21 SMA, tried to reclaim it again, couldn't create that higher high, tried one more time, kind of got it, but got rejected. The moment it came down here, you notice the volume had picked up from that 21 SMA, just causing just an absolute bleed. We stayed below that the entire time. We created our lower low within here. Our zone tracker picked up a heavy support area within this range. Based on some prior levels, if you zoom back, you can see there's tons of support within here as well. And we are getting just a little pressure up. Now, we're not out of the woods as far as reversal yet. We're in a position now where we could be kind of sort of forming a potential reversal pattern. It's a little bit early to call this yet, but you could see a potential fall early like this in the morning, pulling us back even as low as 411 or 411.50, creating that kind of neckline right now that we're getting that rejection, and then this could create that inverse head and shoulder if we do gain that higher low support right here. So we do have the divergence to support it. We are still hanging out green on that, so it's definitely a possibility that we may have found a bottom. The key thing here is going to be just taking some, if you want to take those calls and such, just taking a simple trend line like this here. Any kind of bounces within here, you can try to take those scalps. The clear run is going to be once you break this trend line up here, because we'll be above the 21 SMA and there's a long run before we get to that 200. So we'll definitely have some room to run. So my anticipation is we'll come back probably from now to market open a little bit more even to get to the 21 SMA to retest that. Keep in mind, even bouncing off this 21 SMA like this for a little bit in the pre-market, could consist of being that shoulder, right, or a little bit into the market open. And so we might get a little bit of a curl right there, which is what would support what my thoughts is on that. So, however, best case scenario, if we are finding this bottom and we're going to start to round, then if we do break that level, I would look for support back to the 409.23. Next level after that, if that breaks, we're down into 406.50 or so. Those in the community, you guys know I put out these levels, and you can see, where the first support levels, you obviously have this one here, but the other ones are pretty far down. So if we begin to collapse again, then it could be a pretty interesting ride down. The only way I would see a reclaim of this side or a potential reversal that would bring us up high enough into that 420 range, 422, would be is if we do get that inverse head and shoulder, or some form of double bottom, right? If we can get this double bottom, that would bring us back up here. We'll get a little bit of a rejection, creating kind of like that rounded bottom sentiment within there. So that's what I'll be watching for today on the SPY. Just checking some of the other indicators that we have here. You can see the Harmonic Tracker Pro had us short here. It did have a long call there, but it was during a crab, obviously. So when you line that up with our other indicators, we had heavy resistance, heavy support. So this obviously did not play out as a call you'd want to take. But once you got that clear for that short, you're good. Since then, we have not gotten a clear for a long on that yet. But again, we do have that bullish divergence. So the gap fill sniper is showing we've been a little bit too bearish and that there is a bullish gap fill that is due, which is, pretty obvious to see within that gap there. You can see some gaps in here on the visible range that we would need to fill. So If we can break back above, 414.70, 414.80, we might have some room to push when there's not a lot of price action within here. And then it looks like around 417 or so is when you'll get that heavy pressure back south that you'll want to watch for. So moving average still has our trend as gray, our red coming down. We did flip gray, meaning that we may see a potential reversal as it's starting to shrink up, but it has not given that go to give us green yet. So on the 1 hour heat map still has this very, very, very red. What we had talked about on the insights today that I gave out, guys, is on the 5 minute is our short-term calls, and you can see short-term we are green here on the heat map, and if we break back below 411.63, you can get a nice little scalp on that red flip, and then look for that bounce to flip back north. So we did draw a little trend line here. This is what we talked about on the higher time frames. This is what I would need to see break today for me to get any form of decent volume going north for that run on the SPY. So that's kind of where I'm at with the SPY, guys. On the VIX, let's talk about that. TikTok, if you're hopping in late too, if you ever want to see this, y'all can subscribe to the YouTube channel because it is recorded there. It's ATA_trader. All right, and so the VIX gap fills showing potential bearish, which could correlate with our possible push north we're looking at. I mean, we're sitting right here at this resistance level, so definitely could have some more uptick on the VIX there. Let's get rid of this line here. Let's take a look at the Bollinger Zone Tracker. So we're below the 200 in a death cross. For the VIX to push up, which would obviously drive us north, I would want to see a break back above this 200 and a golden cross. If that starts to happen, we got more southern movement to go on the SPY. So that's on the 1 minute. So this is going to be, I was going to say, if that happens on the shorter time frame, that might give us kind of an early indicator. But let's check the 1 hour and see how close all that is. So we're still in the golden cross. I mean, you got it above here. We got a long ways to go that we can get back down to this 200. So that would give a little brief push north if that were to happen. Let's check the 5 minute. Yeah, 5 minutes kind of parallel on that, but it definitely looks like it has some room to push north, which might give us that shoulder drop that we were talking about. Let's see what the harmonics say. Harmonics are saying short still on the 5. Let's see where the 1 hour is. 1 hour is still short through this oscillation. We do have a double top that hit here, came up, broke the neckline, tried to reclaim it. It fell backwards again. So we're gonna have to see how the buy pressure is come market open to determine which way we're gonna go on that. But the VIX it's a great tool to watch price action for, to give you that anticipation. And then obviously we have the dollar. So the dollar on the 1 hour looks like it's fighting the 200 EMA. We break back below that, and we could see a pretty nice little push south on the dollar, which would give us our push north that we would anticipate on this SPY. Yeah, we definitely have room that we can come down on the dollar. You can take a simple trend line if you want to watch the dollar to see where the SPY may inverse bounce. You can pull it up into here. I would pull it into this wick a little bit. It hits there better, plus it hits that bounce that you got right there before it took off. So if we do end up breaking into this double top that breaks this 200 EMA, I would anticipate that we'll continue to pull down. It could be a slow pull like this before it hits here. If it gets anywhere into here and starts to bounce, and you're in that that call on the SPY, you may want to consider closing because it's gonna retrace on you. Bitcoin, I was playing with this here that broke down. It didn't play out way we anticipated. The first thing that stands out to me on this is just be careful of the double top. So you got the pump up, you got the down, you're creating that M. You can almost take, it's a little early because we haven't closed, right? See if we get back above this wick. If we continue to stay below that line, then this double top definitely could play out. I mean, you can see here on the 1 hour, this is a 1 day actually. We're so overbought, it's crazy. We're sitting at like 82. So let's check the 1 hour. The 1 hour, I mean, we had our pump and then we're just ranging. Interesting enough, we had a short call, but there was enough pressure to give it a long call in there. So that's quite interesting, actually. Yeah, Bitcoin's been nuts, man. It's the fact that it pumped up like that is impressive, but the fact that it pumped up and it's holding is even with the market crashing. I mean, guys, you think about this, the SPY dropped like $20 and Bitcoin is still up. Never pulled back. Just insane. So I would just if you want to trade Bitcoin, you can definitely take this here and just kind of box it in like that. Wherever this hangs out towards, it's going to break that way. So if we stay up here like this, today, tomorrow, the next day, right, it's going to break up. If we collapse back down and we start to show that weakness with a pump like this, I mean, it's going to just reclaim that. So that'll give you a little bit of kind of quick guidance to follow that. So but that's all I got, guys. Short and sweet. I mean, like I said, these huddles are only 15 minutes. I opened the room at 9:15. If you are on TikTok and you missed some of this, but you wanted to see the coverage on the SPY, the VIX, and the dollar, as well as Bitcoin, you can go to ATA_trader on YouTube, or you can just sign up to Bajok and go to right here, community events. Everything that we do is recorded. So you can click on there. You can see right here, 10:30. It's literally recording right now. So check it out. I think it's going to be a great day of trading. I think this week's going to be a great week. The one thing I will caution everybody on who's watching this is our big day news today. Our news day is Wednesday. So we have a massive amount of critical news coming on Wednesday. So you can't ignore, we do have a little bit coming out, obviously, on Tuesday, where you have the consumer confidence, which is going to be just huge on what that does. The expectation is to move definitely a little bit on that. But then, check out Wednesday. Wednesday is just going to be nuts. You got non-farm employment change, which last time this hit, it rocked the market pretty crazy. And look at the projection, is just so crazy different on that. But then, as you come, that's before the market even opens. Then at 10 o'clock, you have JOLTS, which rocked the market last time it hit. You got crude oil inventories, which typically has, some kind of impact. And then you got the FOMC all in one freaking day. So tomorrow, or Wednesday's it's not the day to trade high volume. It's not the day to be overly aggressive. You can make a lot of money on the news, but you got to be on the right side of it, because if you're on the wrong side of it, you can definitely lose a lot of money too. So, and then right after that, Thursday, you got jobless claims, here. It's just it's going to be a very, very, very big news week, so which is good. Gives us a lot of volatility. Where there's volatility, if you're on the right side of the coin, you can make a lot of money. So hope that helps you guys out. If you guys want to trade, come on in, botjock.com. Those in the community watching this, I'll see you guys at 9:15. If you are looking to do the live trader, which is our automation, I do have the settings in there. I've already posted all those in our morning insights. So morning, man. Hope your vacation is doing good. Just about to end this, John. We're just keeping them short and sweet, about 15 minutes now. So that way we can get back to trading. So we're gonna hit a good hard session this morning. Try to get our wins out by 11:30 and shut it down. Just get in, get out, make our money, and hit it tomorrow. So but again, like I said, I appreciate you guys' time. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down. We'll see you soon.